does it feel briefly, like when you're up here? What do you love about it?
Just the feedback, just, you know, making kids laugh, and they making me laugh, and you know, just talking to them about reading and listening to stories and building their imaginations and getting them excited about stories in general. Got in her ears. But do you think First Robin said anything like, "Leave me alone, go away"? She didn't. She didn't even cry. She just got up and she walked home. She went to her grandmother.
And what's different about a story on a page versus a story out loud? It's kind of, I mean,
you know, that's a good question. I mean, there's technical things. I mean, you have, when you're telling a story, you don't have to be as descriptive. When you're writing it, you need more clues to build. I mean, they both, to me, the storyteller's job, whether you're writing or telling it, is to create that story world, to make them forget that the words are on the page and they kind of fade out and go into that story world. Or if I'm telling the story, it's the spoken word, but the words dissolve into this image-based create. But there's different techniques for doing that in telling. In writing, you can't use the pause. The pause is a very powerful part of storytelling or oral telling that you can't quite get on the page. I mean, you can use, you know, hyphens and dashes and periods and commas to indicate, but it doesn't quite translate like it does in a spoken word environment. And I guess that's two. I mean, there's several others, but that's two biggies. Feet tall, he roared and he swiped his paw. But First Robin, she had her grandmother's special song and her grandmother's strength, and so she stood up to her full height, of 3 foot 3 3/4 inches tall. Okay.
Why is it important for people, you know, the age of kids or age of adults who are living in America to know, you know, this cultural background, to get involved in the Native American cultural identity?
You know, when I go to schools and talk to kids, I do frame my stories more than I would at like a venue like tonight, where I tell the stories, but I tell why I'm telling the stories and I shape them around. And two things that it's just important for me to get across to non-Native people is A, that we're modern people, like I already talked about, and sometimes you know, you could be sitting next to a Native family and not even know it, you know, at a restaurant or something. And then the other thing is that we're all different. There's over 500 different Native American nations, and I use the word nation, still sovereign, in America or North America, speaking over 300 different languages, which is greatly reduced, but it's still there and it's viable, and we're hanging on and doing good, really, in some places. Still have our battles, but for the most part. And we're also American, and we're proud of it. Face your troubles, little one, do not run away. Yeah, good job. Give yourself some. Hey.